Hey, Wendy. I am a zombie, but here, one of the last days I will catch up on sleep. Alexa, turn down volume to 6. Yeah, Spongy's still in the bed, too. And I'm trying to figure out why my chat is not working. I was like, should I put on makeup? Because I look kind of like, Hey, JC, how are you this morning? You getting ready for the day? So what do you guys got planned today? Are y'all going to be outside in the yard? Outside in those beautiful gardens? Y'all, I can't get my why can I not type my message? There it goes. So what are y'all's plans today? Have y'all gotten your coffee yet? I was just sitting here reading about when I need to get my garlic bulbs in the ground. Hey, Shannon, you're up early. Shannon, this is us. Well, Wendy knows Shannon, us in our bunch. Yeah. Shannon, don't forget that Wendy at Hardneck Farms, 1736. She has her live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Good morning, Missy. You're up early too. And then you remember MT Homestead. Theirs is at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays. Good morning, Janet. Wendy said she's going to do plums, coffee, and a friend is coming over. I would love to have some plums, Wendy. I would love. No, I'll tell you what I would love to have, Wendy. I would love to have one of your jars of holiday plum jam, or if you do preserves. I don't have any plum trees. We were talking about plum jelly, plum jam, plum preserves, and all last night. Y'all made me want plum jam. Yeah, I don't have no makeup on. Ah, not real. And I have got to find a dentist that can work with me with my joint disease. Because I'm telling y'all, it's getting bad. I can't even get my teeth cleaned because of how bad my joints are. My mouth can't open. I mean, it can open, but not enough. You know, dentist, right? I can't open my mouth like that. JC said I need to clean the house. I hate indoor chores. So she said yes. I know, I do too. And y'all, I know I've asked you about this before, but don't you feel like the days are shorter? Like, aren't you feeling like there's not, like, it's just gone? And Shannon, I had to, I'm doing the area where I'm going to be doing the pumpkin patch. I'm going to show you all a clip of that here in a minute. And I was out there tilling, and I have a frontline tiller. It's battery operated, but that thing tore my, like, like I said, I've got joint disease really, really bad. And that tore, like, this shoulder here is in bad shape. I have a big cyst in it. It's a ganglion cyst, and just I have 2 rib tendons, and it just, yeah. Y'all don't want to know. Y'all don't want to know. But it tore my shoulder up. I'm still in pain. But I had my husband rub the pain salve on that you made me, and it helped a little bit. It didn't take it all the way away. It just knocked the edge off. And then I had him, put a massager on it, but the massager didn't feel that great. But anyway, y'all. So who has coffee and who doesn't have coffee? I got to get me some more fall coffee cups. When I have money, right? But yeah, I was sitting here reading about it says for my garlic bulbs, and I think I'm going to get one of those raised beds that Wendy was talking about. And Shannon's told me about it too, because both of them know I have really bad joint issues. But I think I'm going to get one of those, and then I think I'm going to get another one. I'll have to do my sketch and show you all. Well, I'll tell you next Thursday. I'll take y'all outside more than likely. I don't know. Maybe I'll just show you the clip. I don't know how I'll do it yet. This early in the morning with it cold outside now, I prefer to be in here in my pajamas. But yeah, y'all tell me, don't you think the days are like just shorter? And when is the time change where it's going to be dark outside at 7 in the morning? I forgot when it happens. Don't leave me, y'all. I'm going to put it on the countdown here in a minute. But it did say that the garlic bulbs in zone 7A plant from late September to late October, allowing them to develop roots before the ground freezes. So late October in this area, I don't know if I trust that much. They say it's a good target, or about 2 weeks after the first frost. I don't know if we've had our first frost yet. I really don't know if we've had our first frost yet. And then I want to do my spring blooming flower bulbs. And then I want to do my late blooming flower bulbs. Y'all ain't talking. All right, y'all. Let me put it on the countdown so everybody can, get coffee or whatever. I hope y'all start talking to me. And then we'll be right back.
Don't know where you're running, come running back to me. I'll be waiting on you. Please believe that I'm always gonna love you, that there's nothing you could do to make me turn away from you. And I know it's hard to see it's going crazy. The changes like the leaves. I know it's hard to do. Believe me when I tell you I'm the only one for you. Not about meeting in the middle. I've been chasing after you since long before you knew. You're the reason that I smile, the reason that I cry. You're the reason I'm alive at all. It's hard to see crazy, it feels like make-believe. I know it's hard to do. lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kinda hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. When you wish upon a star just to find out it's a plane, and when you think you've come so far, but you're standing still again, and you finally understand. When the lights go out, everything is clear. When the lights go out, I could finally see. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Hope, try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't.
All right, so y'all were talking about some interesting things while I was, gosh, y'all, you can tell I just got up. Look at the lawn. See, I don't sleep good. Look at the lawns under my eyes. I don't sleep good at all. I was having a good dream this morning, though. I was dreaming that I was gathering walnuts because my husband told me we have a walnut tree that was planted years ago, and I can't get to the walnuts. That I have to wait for them to fall because they're so high up there. And if I don't get them in time, the squirrels get them. So I went out there yesterday when I was doing a lot of the garden prepping. I was starting to do my winterizing and all that. And squirrels had already gotten the ones that were on the ground. But I was dreaming about it last night. I so wanted walnuts, y'all, because walnuts cost so much. Yeah, I want them all. I'm gonna have to get out there earlier because I don't. Let me tell you something. I have a fear of heights, and there ain't no way I'm taking our big ladder and laying it on that tree and climbing up there and picking walnuts. I'm scared I'll fall and die. I'm scared of heights. Wendy said in Oklahoma, we are fighting to abolish slavery property tax. You mean they still have that from when there was slavery? They still have the property tax? And JC said, at us in our bunch, yes, we cook from scratch. Parents taught us. I still believe necessity is the mother of invention. True, true. JC said, at Hardneck, I'm in East Texas, an hour and some change west of Shreveport. Shreveport. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read this, what Wendy said. It's heartbreaking what the elites and politicians have done to this country. I have to help my youngest the most. It's getting ridiculous. Yes, it is. It's getting very, very, just, there's no sense in it. Okay. All right. There's no sense in it. And I'm starting to just get really angry. My oldest son is 32. He went to college. He's got a bachelor's degree. He was going to be initially he was going to be a marine biologist, and he couldn't. There's no jobs in this area for that. We're in the mountains, but he looked all that up, and it really just really nothing, no options really available. So then he decided he wanted to be, get into forestry. That again is just very limited, and so then he decided he wanted to get into the health field and become a dietitian. Well, we all know nobody likes anybody in the medical field telling us what we should and shouldn't eat and what we need to do. And they don't like it. And it's just a disappointing career. And so he's not doing that either. But he's got a bachelor's degree and he's working at Sam's Club. Now, that's what this country's come to. That's what this country has really freaking come to. But the costs of rent and everything here are so high that he can't afford to live on his own. He just can't. And Wendy said, I learned from my grandparents that survived the Great Depression. I learned how to be frugal, make pickles, sauces, candy, preserves, dry foods, jellies, jams. That sounds amazing, Wendy. I'm starting to get into all of that. Now, I already know how to make jellies and jams. And I know how to can like my tomatoes, tomato sauce. I've done tomato sauce, tomatoes, jams, and jellies, but I have not done like beans, fruits. Like I haven't done any of that. But let me scroll back down here. Wendy said they keep taking rights away, keep lining their pockets, taking that tax money, insider trading, they get rich. And exactly. And it's worse now than ever. Worse now than ever before. And I'm disgusted. And I'm going to say this, I give, now, if y'all haven't watched Missy at Missy Cooking on a Budget, she is very, very religious, very steadfast in her faith. And I don't see, she, in her Bible study on Wednesday, she was talking about everybody's on their own journey in their faith. And nobody's in the same place at the same time. And we don't tell each other how to live our lives either. But one thing that I can't do that she does do is pray for this political system we have in place right now. Now, I'm not saying our prior political system with Biden and all them were good either. That I had faith that he was going to do good things, but then I realized he was just too old. He was being controlled, manipulated, and it just. So yeah, that was a big disappointment. But this that we're living, I cannot pray for. I cannot pray for this president. I don't even call him president. Y'all might not have the same opinion as me. That's fine. I don't mind. That's where we've gone wrong in this country, having different opinions, and people get butthurt because somebody has a different opinion, and then the next thing you know, they're out there slaughtering each other. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I can't. She is very steadfast in her faith and her beliefs. But one thing for me, I don't. For me, I don't think, and I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. I just don't see how God would want me to pray for somebody like that. I mean that. I just, I don't, I can't. But it's the whole political system. It. Let me tell you, the president really doesn't. Well, this is the first president we've had that's tried to have all the power. He's like, I don't know if you all have watched his channel where they came out with that, what is it, X or something? I don't know what it's called. And he created, this is what if you want to call him your president, that's fine, but he's not mine. This is what this man is doing. And if you don't believe me, you can Google it and you can go to his channel X and you will see it. It was all over the internet. He created an AI video. If he didn't do it, somebody else did it for him. Of him flying a fighter jet, the ones that bomb, with a crown on his head. And then the people protesting down below in the United States, he was dropping ship bombs on them. Now, that's who you call your president. I'm not praying for that. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And I agree, JC. Change does start in local and state. Yes, it does. Yeah, I agree, JC. We do. But you know what they've done with this redistricting. I can't even say the word. Somebody help me. Redistricting. It's all corruption. It's all corrupt. They're trying to redistrict. Golly, they're trying to redistrict it so that there's no power in the areas where the independents like me are, or the Democrats, or where I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I do a lot of research on the people I'm going to vote for, and to be honest with you, I don't see anybody I'd vote for now or in the future. Yeah, and let me tell you something about that, Wendy. I'm crippled and had to leave work on disability, and for somehow, some way, I was overpaid from my benefits from work. And so they withdrew my disability check for 3 months. I get it back the end of November. But as crippled as I am, I've had to try to go out and DoorDash. And I'm telling you, it's embarrassing because I'll be hobbling into the little restaurants. It's one thing to be working in my garden. It's another thing to try to get out in public and try to move like that. But it's a shame. And I agree. Both parties are very, very corrupt. What needs to happen is the whole country, people need to come together, which they are trying to come together and develop a whole brand new party. Just get rid of both parties, start over again, and get one for the damn people. Because I'm telling you, it's the, oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay, let's get back because I'm getting stressed. Yeah, I don't like to, JC, because that SpaceX is, I'm going to have to look into that. Y'all look into what JC said? I'm going to really have to look into that. Well, we have to be really careful because there's talk of him trying to bring out the Insurrection Act. Yeah, back to vegetables. I will tell you this before we do that. I am thinking about I know, me too. I am thinking about either starting a podcast, but they say podcasts are really hard to do, or either starting a podcast where you never see my face and I'm talking about political awareness and what's going on in the world around us, or just doing it on my restream and inviting people onto it to talk. That's what I'm really seriously thinking about doing that. But yeah, peaceably. All right. But and I don't know, y'all. It's just it's hard times. Old ham radio shows, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. All right. So I'm going to show you all. Well, let me do my pre-recording, telling you what I did. I should have already done that, actually, y'all. Yeah, people do need to wake up, but we all know what it's like. Cults are not. It's a cult. All right, let me show you my pre-recording that I did. All right, you guys, welcome back to Down Home Misty Style and our gardening and homesteading club online. I am ready this time. I've got my I's dotted and my T's crossed. Y'all, I have some clips to share with you that show some of the things I did this past week. And then, of course, we're going to go into some discussion. Anybody can share any tips they have in the comment section. I would love to hear about it. It has turned really chilly here. I have started working on tilling up the side of the hill for the pumpkin patch for next year. That's also where I'm going to be planting some more berry bushes and grapes. I will show you later, probably next week, what I'm going to be doing with the grapes that I do have that I'll be planting. All right, y'all. I hope that you enjoy this week's getting together. And remember, if you have ideas, thoughts, what did you get into this past week? Please share. We all want to know and help one another become more self-sufficient. There's so many people that live off grid. I don't think I could do that. I gotta have power and all that stuff. Gotta have my cable. I gotta have that. But I do want to become more self-sufficient in growing my own food. Like I've said before, if I could have chickens, I would, but I can't. So let's jump into it. Let me show you what all I've been up to, y'all. All right, so Shannon was asking at us in our bunch. Y'all don't remember the algorithm loves us to say our channel names because it somehow does something. I don't know. She's in Kentucky, Wendy. She's about 2 hours from me. I looked it up. She's 2 hours and 10 minutes. And I know they are, Wendy. I know they are. I can never have them, though. And with my health and everything, I would never be able to move my home onto land. And I wouldn't be able to do it. I've resigned myself to the fact that I know that my mobile home here I have, next year, I think I told you all that I'm going to be hiring a man I know to extend my back deck all the way to the end of my mobile home at the end. And then I'll just be taking my container garden on the back side of the house and sitting on the back deck. But that'll be more towards the end of next year when I get that done. And then y'all will see, I'll show you every step of the way of how it goes. But with your carrots, and Wendy's right about that, you can mulch. If you mulch heavily around the carrots, you can leave them in the ground and they do get really sweet. But under normal, like if you want to do them normal circumstances, normal carrots, what kind of carrots did you plant, Shannon? Did you plant babies? There's different kinds of carrots. But normally in zone 7A, which I wanted to pull this up to be sure I was telling you right. Carrots are typically ready to harvest 70 to 80 days after planting, or when the root is about 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter. You can also harvest them anytime they reach a usable size, and it's often best to do so when the soil is loose to avoid breaking the roots. And now, I never knew this. It says harvest before it gets too hot to ensure the best flavor. I never knew that. But with my carrots, and mine were an experiment this year, so I only planted 2 bunches, and they did really well. So with mine, I went up to them, and I kind of moved the ground, the earth around them, the mulch and everything. Well, I used straw, and I could see the top. I could see the orange heads. So I went ahead and pulled them, and they could have stayed in the ground longer, to be honestly. But still, I got 2 good bunches that I used. So just go and how long, you got to wait. How long have they been in the ground? What kind of carrot is it? But the longer they're in the ground, the bigger they will get and the sweeter. But this is what I was saying with the harvesting method. You want to loosen the soil before pulling it and pull it gently. And you can pull carrots as you need them. So you don't have to pull them all at once. But yeah, mine were really sweet. They were really good. Because I had mine, I think I had mine in the ground. I think I had mine in the ground 180 days. I'm pretty sure I had them in the ground 180 days. Let me show you all the clip. Y'all get a kick out of this. Let me show you the clip of, Wendy's in zone 7A too. Let me show y'all this. All right, you guys, I'm going to try to gather some of these leaves for our garden beds. And that's going to be basically all I'm doing right now today, since it's so windy. And then I'll be doing some more stuff later on this week. But this is going to be really great for the garden beds. Really, really good. No, but it didn't do good. I'm going to do my corn different next year. Oh gosh, y'all. I got so much to do and very few people help me. Oh, poor Misty. Anyway, this is I'll be showing you all this clip in our online meeting tomorrow for our gardening and homesteading people. And so what I'm gonna do, you see this area right here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the best I can to start tilling it up. So we've got this one over here that I'll do first, and then I'll move on from there. So I'm also going to move these fencings. Right, so I guess right here like this, I got these other two that are right here that I want to go on down with, but I'll stop right there for right now. This is like I'm working on the pumpkin patch area, which is what this is. So let's see what I can get done real quick. So this is what I've gotten tilled. This thing gets away from you. It really does. It's got a lot of power. So I have tilled a good amount. So we've got from right here. Oh God, my shoulder hurts so bad. Down through here, all the way to there. The only thing we need to do is come in at the edges of the fencing and bust that up. And my son should be able to do that for me. But y'all, let me tell you, that tilling store, it tore my shoulder up. Like I was saying, I am still hurting from it. Still hurting. And like I've said, we live on what used to be in this area. This used to be nothing but big, giant mountains through here. So there's a lot of limestone, there's a lot of sheetrock, a lot of big, like just mountain ore that you'll find. And it can be really, really hard to dig into that earth. Really hard. So, like, that could tear up your tiller too, because if you hit a lot of those rocks, it bends the blades, and those blades are not cheap. I want to get a different kind of tiller. Yeah, it hurts really bad, Wendy. I didn't. The thing is it pulls so hard, and I mean, it goes on its own. That's the bad thing. It rammed right into my fencing, but oh, well, thank you, Aaron and Shannon. I do work really hard. Y'all probably felt sad for me at the beginning of that clip right there, where I was like, I do so much that this God don't have any help. Spongy has promised me that she's going to come out into the garden with me next year and help a lot more. She really didn't do much this year, y'all. My teeth, I feel so. I'm going to have to get. They need to just put me to sleep and yank my teeth out and give me dentures. That's what they need to do. And they need to fix this too. No. The reason when I laugh and I do that is because I am so self-conscious about. I've had to have surgery to have teeth removed, because like I told y'all, I can't open my mouth. So they have to always put me to sleep and do surgery if I have a cavity that, they have to just remove the teeth. A rear line tiller, How much is a rear lawn? But on that hill, I know, right? On that hill, that is, oh God. And I'm not, it's not, I just now started tilling it. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell you, it busted that earth up good. That earth is soft. It really did a great job. It goes backwards too. Yeah, I need one. Because here's what happens when I'm using that, and it's really, like I said, that dirt is so soft. I can't pull it back because the dirt, and then it's hard to get it to go forward because the dirt's all over the place, and it's hard. I need to write that down though. It's called a rear lawn tiller. Let me go to my notes. My notes. Where did my notes go? Where? What was that lady's name that's here in Tennessee that y'all told me about yesterday? After we got off the live last Thursday, I couldn't find where I wrote it down. I lost it. Do you remember, Wendy? Because I'm looking for it now. Yeah, I can't find it. What was her name? Wendy said, Misty, I lost my teeth in a car accident. I need the work that was done replaced. I want dentures too. I want dentures. I'm tired of dealing with crappy dentists. Yeah, they can't work on my mouth, Wendy. And they complain all the time. They're like, open your mouth. I'm like, I can't open my mouth. You're going to cause me a lot of pain. And then they started talking about Botox injections to kind of loosen it up and then work. But then they were telling me then I'd be in a lot of pain then too. Kay Cottrell, late bloomer gardener. All right, let me write it down. See, I wrote down where you told me about the cattle panels for tomatoes. Okay. Okay. So Shannon and Aaron, have you all started doing the winter and the fall in the garden yet? Like, retailing and all that? Um, late bloomer gardener. And then there's some on Marketplace in Rogersville for $150. I do too, Wendy. Now all of my issues aren't from the car accident itself. Like I was in a major car accident when I was about let me think. I was around 23, 24. It's somewhere around 24 and 25. And we flipped 3 times. My head went out the front windshield. It ripped this whole side of my face off to right here. My eyebrow, everything was gone. This side of my head, a big chunk was missing, and there was just glass, all glass in here. And they spent like in the ER, they spent 3 hours trying to get glass out of my head. But then the ER doctor, one of them, came in And he was like, we don't want to try to mess with all of this. We hope it's going to work its way all the way out, but you might always have some glass in there. He said, but if we mess with this too much, we could puncture your brain, in your temple there, and we could cause some damage we don't want. But yeah, I had 3 broken ribs, one punctured, one broke and split in half. And when it started healing, it formed a big bone spur against my spine. And so I have a lot of pain right where your bra straps come together. But that's only part of the issue of my problems. Now, my face, my jaw is that really messed my, because my jaws were chipped in several places. It's just all messed up. I was all messed up. I had 2 big black eyes, but and the settlement I got wasn't much of anything. Spongy was real. I've told the story before. Spongy has permanent brain damage, short-term memory. Her short-term memory doesn't work like it should, and so she has a lot of trouble with learning and recognizing things she should and shouldn't do, all that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, it was a miracle that we survived, and everybody said that it was a miracle. We really survived that car accident. But I also have severe connective tissue disease, which is borderline lupus. So you might as well say I have lupus because it's the same thing. Connective tissue disease is pretty much the same thing as lupus. And it's in every joint in my body, and so it's really bad. But yeah, going back. So Janet said that they can put you to sleep. My thing is, since I am no longer employed and I'm trying to fight for full disability, because I don't have full disability, I just have the benefits from work. So it's like I'm getting like maybe, well, I'm not going to tell y'all the exact amount I'm getting. I'll tell you like this: it would be very, very hard for me to try to survive on with the cost of everything today. It'd be very hard. But I don't have my dental insurance anymore. So I'm going to have to look into, I know now's the time to start looking into that. Oh, I used to have really good dental insurance. Hey, good morning. Have fun in nature. How are you? Good morning, Teresa B. But yeah, I used to have really good benefits, and I lost some of those when I had to finally go out forever on disability. So I have a group of four lawyers working to try to get my full disability through Social Security. But in the meantime, I get, partial through the benefits I had with work. But like I told you, they took 3 months of that away because I was overpaid through my company. So I've been sitting here just with my husband's income. Wendy said, I am trying to heal from tick disease and on the line of having lupus. I am trying to heal from it by a whole food, plant-based diet. I don't have dental insurance anymore. Yeah, see? Like, I don't understand that. You go out, you disability, well, we still need dental. What the hell? What the hell? That's another rant, Shannon. The hell I need dental? What the hell are you freaking people thinking? A lot of medical issues come from your teeth. I don't want to walk around looking like a freak. But yeah, I'm gonna also start doing, like, since we do our group get together every morning at 8 on Thursdays, I also would like to start doing a collaboration and maybe in a couple weeks having somebody come on for this and share their ideas and gardening and all that, because I think that's a great idea. That would be wonderful to do. And then on my down home Misty style, which this is down home Misty style, but on the regular thing, I am starting a like a interview kind of cooking collaboration thing, which I'll ask you like things in your life too. But basically, it's about cooking, how you developed your cooking style, where'd your ideas come from? Did you cook in the home with your mom, or was it your grandmother? What memories you have? What nostalgia? Things like that. I'm gonna start doing that too. Yeah, my coffee's getting cold. Have fun in nature. Am I the only one that puts Cool Whip on my coffee? But yeah, I cannot begin to tell you on that dentist stuff, man. I'm telling you, they had to pay me my copay back because they tried to do a root canal over here, and they gave me the I think it was Xanax they gave me that made me like, and then I went to sleep in the chair. But the root canal failed. They didn't, they had to give me my copay back. And then up here, now my eye teeth from that, not necessarily the car accident itself. Well, one of them I lost from the car accident. My eye teeth right here. So I'm really self conscious about not having teeth here. Like when you see, I'm very self conscious. So I don't like people to look at it because I don't want to be. I don't, it's not. It's out of my control. It's not anything I can control. And yeah, I think so too, JC. Hey, Janet said that they have dental. What good is it? It still costs $8,000 for dental work for my husband. Yeah, it's insane. Now, I will say this. I had a great career. I had a good job. I worked at Citibank. I was there for almost 5 years before I started I started getting sick 3 years in. I was promoted twice. Um, and I worked from home the whole time. I was blessed with that. Thank you. Have fun in nature. I can't help it though. I am. Like I really am. Yeah. See, Wendy. Well, see, Shannon, that's something that we should do. Like do that collab and cook. You're cooking dinner and I'm cooking dinner at my place, and then we have dinner. And yeah, that would be great, y'all. I would like to do something like that too. Okay, you two, stop it. Two of my dogs came in here. But yeah. Have fun in nature said mine are falling out, and the real people love you for who you are, not what you look like. Yeah, that's true. But then at the same time, I still feel like my husband looks at me sometimes. He's like, "Good Lord, what happened to you?" Oh God, y'all, I need to stop. I need to stop. But anyway, I'm gonna start shopping for my flower bulbs. To um, I can't think of the name of them right now. I know I'm going to do marigolds again. Shannon, I'm drying out my big marigolds, the big yellow ones you've seen that are huge. The blossoms, girl, they're like they're they're giant. Now it does take them a while to grow because their bushes are real big too. They get really big. So keep that in mind when you plant them because they get really big. But yeah. JC said dental insurance is so fascinating because it's slow to get pre-approval and dentist office purposely overcharge, yes, and want upfront payment, yes, knowing the insurance won't pay what they are asking. Exactly. They did all that when I had my insurance, and they tried to overcharge, and I'm like, why are you charging this much? Like, what? Why? Yep. That's what I'm thinking, JC. If I can get my dental work connected to an underlying health condition, my medical insurance just might cover it. So that's something I really need to work on. Oh, you do, JC? Do you have your email on your page? I've never looked to see if your email's on there. Because I'm drying them out now. Um, and I know Shannon at Us and Our Bunch wants some. So I can send some to you too because I have a lot. I have a lot of the big ones. Now these aren't your traditional marigolds. These are your big yellow ones. Not the small yellow ones. They're the big. They're big. And they're really great pollinators, especially for things like squash, zucchini, pumpkin. When you've got those big blooms and you need a lot of bees, they're great. Oh, you add it to your description? Okay. I'll grab it. And I'll shoot you an email and just send me your mail address or P.O. box. And I'll send you some. I know that Shannon sent Okies a bunch of traditional marigold seeds. They're beautiful too. Like I plant those too. They're really pretty. But I think for my bulbs, I keep the word hibiscus keeps coming up. I do love hibiscus flowers. But I think I'm going to do a bunch of tulips. I know I'm going to do lilies. Oh, there was another one. And when I do my sketch, which I'll have different sketches, where's that one I wrote down? I really don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in like melons and stuff. I don't know if I want to do those next year. I can't remember, y'all. I can't remember what that flowers I. Oh, there they are. There they are. Snapdragons, hollyhocks, and then in one area, it's like it's going to be near where we have the fall off of our yard before it goes down into the ditch, where I throw a lot of my. Oh, hibiscus is good for blood pressure? I didn't know that. Ooh. A marigold, JC, is probably some of the ones that Shannon at Us and Our Bunch sent him. Yeah. Nibble it. I gotta watch my dogs, y'all. They can be bad. All right, next Thursday, I'll be showing you more of the pumpkin patch, how it's progressed, what we have. I think I'm going to do that. That's a good idea. Have fun in nature. Baby melons, sugar bar. Yes, sugar baby watermelons. I think I'm going to try that. And see, last year and the year before, we tried in the containers, but we drilled holes in because I have a container garden and in ground. And now I'm also going to do the raised garden beds like Shannon's told me about and Wendy's told me about. And I think JC's mentioned something to me about it. But I'm going to have a couple of those too. And my herb garden bed. I have that too. I don't know if it's big enough for all my herbs, so I might need to get another one. I have one. I think I'm going to need another one. I'm losing my whole train of thought, y'all. Oh, I know what I was saying now. Have fun in nature. So we drilled holes in the containers, but we didn't take into account when it rains, it can flood the container anyway because the dirt will get really, really soggy in there. And if it's not raised up off the ground, even if you drilled holes, it's sitting on the ground. So it's not draining as good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those brick stackers And I'm going to put one brick on each side of each container. And that way it's elevated off the ground. And I think that'll make a huge difference next year. What tastes terrible? Hibiscus tea? I'm going to have to try that tea for my blood pressure too. Let me write it down. I got to go back to my notes, y'all. Notes. There sure are a lot of pages to sketch your garden. In each section, like there's different sections, and I got stuff just all over the place in here. All right, hibiscus tea for blood pressure. So you grow your hibiscus, and then what? You take the blossom leaves, add some honey. Add garlic. Oh yeah, I know garlic helps your blood pressure. Yeah. I was taking blood pressure meds, but I haven't taken it in a while. I need to go get my prescriptions. All right, y'all. Well, we've been going for over an hour. So next Thursday, my plan is to go into more details. I'm going to try to sketch out some things in my book. I don't know if I can show you it live. I'll probably have to show you a clip of me doing it. Wait, let me see something. Maybe I can. I don't know because see, I use Restream, and I don't know if I can. I know Restream I can get on my tablet, but I'll probably just do a clip of it and show you all. But anyway, I'll show you the progress of the pumpkin patch. I'm going to need to get some more fencing, honestly. It's a pretty good area, though, right now. So I'll show you the progress there. I'm going to show you the progress on some of the beds in the backyard and how far along we've gotten. And then that big bed we've done. And then hopefully I'll have bought some flower bulbs and I can show you what I've gotten and what I'm getting ready to plant. And then we can all share what all we've been doing too. But we'll call it. I appreciate everybody who stopped by this morning, spending time with little old me for our gardening and homesteading club. I really appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great one. Stay safe out there. Be blessed each and every day. And I'll see you next Thursday at 8 a.m. Bye, y'all.